So we have a symposium here for pesticides as well as POPs, persistent organic pollutants, and we've invited a lot of key speakers from the European organization as well as the European market, and they are industry leaders, key opinion leaders, and they'll be talking about doing their research, mostly using our instrumentation, and basically talking about how they are detecting lower levels of pesticides and POPs, as well as how their results affect the European regulations. One of the things we've noticed is that there are hundreds and hundreds of pesticides registered out there, right? But not all the pesticides are legal anymore. And what we notice is that some of these illegal pesticides are still used in some parts of the world. And a lot of times the legal pesticides are still used, but at a much higher level than would be used, say, in an European country or in the United States or Canada. But both in North America as well as in Europe, we import a lot of food produce from Southeast Asia, from the African countries and Latin American countries. So one of the issues is that we have found much higher levels of pesticides in a lot of crop extracts. As well as we've detected illegal substances which should not be used, but as I said earlier, sometimes these are used illegally in some parts of the world. So we work with our customers to make sure we are able to hit the detection limits with our instrumentation, and as well as work with the regulatory agencies in the US, for example, the US FDA, the USDA, the EPA, here the European organization, to understand how they're monitoring and regulating pesticides in food products as well. When I first started in the industry, it was primarily pesticides analysis was done by GCMS, and there was then a gradual shift to LCMS, and pesticides targeted analysis was done using triple quadruple LCMS. But with the advent of high resolution techniques like the time-of-flights as well as the Orbitraps, a lot more work is now done using HRAM, high resolution accurate mass. The primary reason for this is, as I implied earlier, sometimes we find unexpected contaminants. So in addition to looking at the list of targeted components, we also, our customers especially the regulatory agencies, they also sometimes try to detect other potential contaminants which could be in the crop or fruits. So this is where HRM comes in, especially the high resolution accurate mass offered by the Orbitrap technology. So as well as doing targeted quantitation using triple quadruples or the Orbitraps, we are also detecting, as I said, unknown contaminants using the power of Thermo Scientific high resolution accurate mass technology as offered by the Orbitrap platform, both LCMS as well as GCMS, to identify these as well as to quantify these components in food matrices. So one of the things we've started doing is making specific bundles which will be available commercially. So at the ASMS, which is coming up in just a few weeks' time, we are going to release 4 bundles specifically for pesticides analysis. This would be for monitoring 400 plus pesticides in one method, using if the customer wants to do just targeted quantification. So we'll be offering 2 bundles. One would be using the TSQ Endura, the other one would be using the TSQ Quantiva. And if they want to do high resolution accurate mass quantitation, so there will be a Q-Exactive Focus bundle with the same method as well. And if they want to do HRM quantitation as well as screening, then there's a Q-Exactive bundle which offers the same capabilities, but we'll be including the softwares for doing screening as well. Now in these bundles, as well as the MS systems that I mentioned and the LCs, we will also be offering sample prep kits as well as columns and specific softwares for doing this pesticides analysis. So basically it will be a completely, if you like, a holistic method package for our customers to use and test for pesticides in their crop extracts.